There are three foundational exercises that every person over the age of 60 should integrate into their daily or weekly routine. These are not complex movements. They do not require an expensive gym membership, nor do they demand fancy equipment. They can be performed comfortably and safely in your own home, every single day. These are simple yet profoundly powerful movements. They are designed to strategically strengthen your legs, dramatically restore your balance, significantly improve your overall circulation, and drastically reduce your risk of debilitating falls, painful fractures, and even more serious and potentially life-threatening problems like deep vein thrombosis. These exercises act like a natural, potent medicine, protecting not just your muscles and bones, but also your vital cardiovascular system and your precious brain health. Many people mistakenly believe that aging inevitably means losing strength, walking slowly, experiencing constant aches and pains, and becoming increasingly reliant on others. But I am here to tell you that this widespread belief is fundamentally flawed. The truth is, it does not have to be that way. The human body possesses an astonishing capacity to adapt, to grow stronger, and to regain vitality at any age, as long as it receives the right kind of consistent and appropriate stimulus. There is no predetermined age limit to when you can begin, and no excuse should ever deter you. People in their 70s, 80s, and even their 90s can regain remarkable vitality, improve their quality of life, and dramatically enhance their independence when they make the conscious decision to truly take care of their bodies. The secret is not hidden in elaborate machines or grueling, lengthy workouts. It lies in basic, functional movements performed consistently and mindfully. And that is precisely what I am going to reveal to you now. 3 foundational exercises, meticulously explained, that will powerfully improve your strength, balance, and circulation in a way that is both simple to perform and incredibly effective in its results. The 5 foundational exercises for longevity and independence exercise. Marker 1, the functional squat, the sit-to-stand movement. The first and arguably most critical exercise is the squat. It is often referred to as the king of movements because it simultaneously strengthens almost all of the major muscles in your lower body, your quadriceps, glutes, hamstrings, and even provides crucial support for your lower back. After the age of 60, muscle loss, a condition known as sarcopenia, accelerates rapidly, and the muscles in your legs are often the first to be significantly affected. This is precisely why many seniors adopt a shuffling gait, take short, hesitant steps, walk slowly, and increasingly require support to stand up from a chair or couch. The squat directly combats this pervasive problem, effectively bringing back strength, stability, and firmness to your lower limbs. If you have never exercised regularly before, you might feel a natural apprehension or believe your knees will not be able to handle it. But please, do not worry. Squats can and should be meticulously adapted to your current fitness level. How to practice the functional squat safely and effectively. And the supported chair squat, beginner. Start by standing directly in front of a sturdy chair, heavy table, or even a strong door handle, using it for balance and support. Place your feet about shoulder width apart, toes pointing slightly outward. Slowly push your hips back as if you are about to sit down, slightly bending your knees. Only go down as far as is comfortable and controlled. Inhale as you lower, and exhale as you gently return to the starting position. Keep your movements short, controlled, and gentle. Over time, gradually increase your range of motion until your knees are bending closer to a 90-degree angle. The invisible chair. Isometric variation. If even the supported squat feels uncomfortable, an excellent alternative is the invisible chair. Lean your back flat against a wall and slowly slide down until it feels like you are sitting in an imaginary chair. Ensure your knees are directly above your ankles and your back remains pressed against the wall. Hold this position for 15 to 20 seconds initially. As the weeks progress, gradually increase your hold time to 30, 45, and even 60 seconds. This is an isometric exercise, meaning it powerfully strengthens muscles without any joint impact, making it remarkably safe even for individuals experiencing knee pain. The sit to stand, advanced progression. For a highly functional and effective variation, practice the sit and stand movement. Sit on a sturdy, stable chair with your feet flat on the floor, about hip-width apart. Cross your arms gently in front of your chest. Slowly stand up, engaging your leg and core muscles. Then, in a controlled and deliberate motion, slowly sit back down. It may seem deceptively simple, but this exercise is extremely effective in building functional leg strength. Recommended frequency and progression. The ideal starting point is 10 repetitions every other day, gradually increasing to 20 reps. You typically do not need more than that to see significant benefits. Within just a few weeks, you will notice it becomes remarkably easier to get out of bed, climb stairs, and even walk with greater ease and confidence. The squat is the paramount exercise that fundamentally maintains your independence because, unequivocally, strong legs mean freedom. Scientific insights. Research published in the Journal of Gerontology. Medical Sciences highlights that regular lower body strength training, even in older adults, can significantly reverse age-related muscle loss and improve functional mobility, directly reducing the risk of falls and subsequent injuries. Exercise number 2, balance training, your foundation of stability. The second essential exercise focuses on balance. You may never have consciously thought about it, but balance is one of the most critical factors for maintaining your independence and quality of life as you age. It is what allows you to walk without fear, climb stairs without desperately holding onto the railing, confidently cross a busy street without worrying about tripping, or simply move around your own home with unshakable self-assurance. When balance begins to falter, insecurity rapidly takes over. An individual might start avoiding walking alone, decline invitations to go out, stop going on enjoyable strolls, and little by little, their world becomes increasingly limited. And all of that could be prevented or significantly delayed with a simple, consistent balance training routine. As the years accumulate, the body loses not only raw muscle strength, but also crucial response agility. This means that if you unexpectedly trip on a loose rug or slip on a wet floor, your reflexes to recover your stability are significantly slower, making a fall almost inevitable. That is precisely where targeted balance training comes in. It methodically teaches your brain and nervous system to react faster, strengthens your body's intrinsic stabilizing muscles, and profoundly brings back a deep sense of physical safety and self-trust. Many experts in geriatrics and physical therapy emphasize that training your balance is akin to updating your body's sophisticated software. The hardware, your muscles and bones, needs to be strong, but if the operating system that controls them, your nervous system and reflexes, does not respond optimally, the entire system can fail. How to practice balance exercises safely and effectively. Single leg stand. Basic. The fundamental balance exercise is surprisingly simple. Stand on one leg. It sounds easy, but give it a try, and you will quickly realize the inherent challenge. Always perform this exercise near a sturdy wall in a corner of the room, or lightly hold onto a stable chair for safety and support. Lift one leg off the ground, keeping the other firmly planted. Extend your arms out to the sides to help with stability. The initial goal is to hold this position for 30 seconds, then switch legs and repeat. You will probably notice that balancing on one leg is easier than the other. This is entirely normal, as the body always has a naturally stronger side. With consistent practice, both sides will gradually balance out. As you progress, aim for 1 minute on each leg. Single leg stand with eyes closed, advanced. Once you are feeling confident with your eyes open, try carefully closing your eyes. Here is the trick. When we close our eyes, the body loses one of its primary balance references, vision. In that moment, your muscles, joints, and nervous system are forced to work together much more intensely to maintain equilibrium. That is why this version is so challenging and effective. But never attempt this without ensuring your safety. Always stay within arm's reach of a wall or sturdy furniture. 3-point balance, dynamic variation. For a more dynamic challenge, try the 3-point exercise. Stand on one leg and, with the lifted leg, lightly tap the ground in front of you, then to the side, and then behind you. Repeat this cycle several times, always striving to maintain your balance on the standing leg. This exercise is particularly powerful because it not only challenges your static stability, but also strengthens your hips and glutes, muscles that are absolutely essential for a steady, confident gait. Recommended frequency and progression. The ideal frequency for balance training is to practice at least 2 to 3 times per week. It does not necessarily need to be every day, because balance also develops with crucial recovery intervals. The most important aspect is to remain consistent. Picture yourself in a few weeks or months, standing for 1 minute on each leg without support, with upright posture and calm, controlled breathing. That translates directly into more confidence to cross streets, climb stairs, and move around your environment without the debilitating fear of falling. Scientific insights. Research from Stanford University and other leading institutions has consistently shown that older adults who regularly practice balance exercises exhibit better memory, greater mental clarity, and a significantly lower risk of dementia. This is because these exercises intensely stimulate communication pathways between the brain, muscles, and joints, actively engaging and activating brain areas related to coordination and cognition. In essence, when you practice these seemingly simple movements, you are protecting not just your physical body, but also the sharp functionality of your mind. Exercise number 3, calf raises, your second heart activation. The third essential exercise is for your calves, and it might just be the most underrated and underappreciated of them all. Few people consciously talk about them, but the calf muscle group, gastrocnemius and soleus, has a very special nickname among doctors, cardiologists, and physical therapists. It is called the second heart of the body. That is because every single time you contract your calf muscles, they act like a powerful natural pump that actively pushes deoxygenated blood back up from your legs towards your heart, counteracting the effects of gravity. Without this crucial pumping movement, blood tends to pool in the lower limbs, leading to uncomfortable swelling, chronic pain, unsightly varicose veins, and in more serious, life-threatening cases, the formation of blood clots that can result in deep vein thrombosis, DVT, or even a pulmonary embolism. Now take a moment to reflect on this. After the age of 60, how often during your typical day do you actually actively engage and activate your calf muscles with a full range of motion? Many individuals spend hours sitting, watching television, or mindlessly scrolling on their phones. And when they finally get up, they often feel like their legs are heavy, as if they were carrying sandbags. That pervasive heaviness is not just simple fatigue. It is a potent sign that blood is not circulating properly and efficiently, and if your circulation is not functioning optimally, your risk of dangerous blood clots increases exponentially, which can evolve into thrombosis or even the extremely dangerous pulmonary embolism. But here is the incredibly good news. There is a very simple, yet profoundly effective movement capable of activating this vital natural pump and literally bringing life back into your legs. It is the calf raise. It is easy, quick, and can and should be done every single day. How to practice. Calf raises safely and effectively. Basic calf raise, standing. Simply stand upright, support yourself on a sturdy chair, a heavy table, or a wall for balance. Slowly lift your heels, rising up onto the balls of your feet and toes. Hold briefly at the top, feeling the contraction in your calves. Then, slowly and controlled, lower your heels back down. Repeat this movement several times. Initially, 10 to 15 repetitions are sufficient, but the ultimate goal is to reach 20, 30, or even 50 repetitions per day. This is the kind of exercise that can and should be practiced daily. Your heart never stops beating, and since your calves act as your second heart, they too need daily activation to fulfill their crucial circulatory function. Single leg calf raise, advanced. If you want to increase the difficulty, try the single leg version. Hold onto something for balance and lift your heels using only one leg at a time. This variation requires more localized strength, but also delivers faster results in muscle development. Elevated calf raise, increased range of motion. Another excellent option is to perform the movement on a step or curb. Place only the balls of your feet on the edge, allowing your heels to hang freely off the back. Lower your heels below the level of the step until you feel a gentle stretch in your calves. Then, raise up as high as possible onto your toes. This version significantly increases the range of motion and strengthens the calf muscles even more effectively. Profound benefits beyond aesthetics. Do not think the benefit of strong calves is merely cosmetic. While firmer calves certainly contribute to a younger, healthier look for your legs, the biggest, most crucial benefit lies in your overall health. By consistently strengthening this area, you dramatically improve circulation throughout your lower body, reduce swelling, prevent the development and progression of varicose veins, and greatly lower the insidious risk of serious vascular complications. Additionally, strong calves significantly boost your stamina for walking longer distances. If you feel like you get tired quickly when walking, this exercise can powerfully help to change that. Medical research consistently shows that seniors who regularly perform calf exercises are able to walk more with less pain and significantly less fatigue. That translates directly into more daily freedom, being able to go for an enjoyable walk, visit friends without apprehension, do your own grocery shopping, or even travel without relying heavily on others. That is precisely what we are aiming for, maintaining independence and the unwavering confidence to live life to its fullest. Another critically important point is that strong calves play a vital role in protecting your ankles. When your calves are strong and responsive, they provide superior ankle stability, significantly reducing the chances of painful sprains and dangerous imbalances. Remember, many falls do not happen because someone simply slipped, but because their ankle lacked the strength and stability to support the body at the critical moment. By consistently strengthening your calves, you are also fundamentally strengthening your body's entire foundation of support. Daily Integration Challenge. Now I want to propose a simple yet incredibly powerful challenge. Every single time you get up from a chair, commit to doing 10 calf raises before walking away. It may seem like a minimal effort, but throughout the day that can add up to 50, 100, or even more repetitions. This habit is transformative because it turns an ordinary, unconscious movement into a health-boosting, circulation-activating exercise. And if you spend a lot of time sitting, here is a valuable tip. Even while seated, you can effectively work your calves. Just keep your feet flat on the floor and repeatedly lift your heels, like tapping your toes to the rhythm of music. This movement keeps blood circulating, prevents pooling, and helps reduce the risk of swelling. It is simple, but very effective, especially on cold days or when you cannot leave the house. But let me emphasize something absolutely crucial. This exercise needs to be done every day. Unlike squats, which can be performed every other day, or balance training, which only needs to be practiced 2 to 3 times a week, calf exercises require daily stimulation. That is because your circulation cannot stop. Your heart beats every day without rest, and your calves, as your second heart, also need to be activated daily to consistently fulfill their essential function. Think of your veins as intricate tubes that need to stay clean, elastic, and actively pumping. Every time you rise onto your toes, you are actively helping blood circulate, preventing it from becoming stagnant. And when blood does not stagnate, you drastically reduce the risk of dangerous clots and serious vascular complications. It is a simple exercise, but one that can literally save your life and dramatically enhance your daily well-being. So, do not wait. Start today. Stand up, support yourself on a sturdy chair, and do 10 calf raises. Tomorrow, do 15. After a week, do 20. In a remarkably short time, you will notice your legs feeling lighter, your steps more stable, and your entire body more energized. That is the transformative power of strong calves. Exercise number 4, hip raises, glute bridges, your spinal protector. Now that you are familiar with the 3 foundational pillars, functional squats, dynamic balance exercises, and essential calf strengthening, it is time to think about how to strategically organize these movements into a practical, sustainable routine you can follow without difficulty. The great advantage is that you do not need to do them all on the same day. You can intelligently alternate them, change the order, and adjust according to your energy levels and available time. The most important overarching principle is to maintain consistency, because your body responds most effectively to what you do repeatedly over time. Functional squats are more physically demanding, so I generally recommend performing them every other day. This crucial rest interval allows your muscles sufficient time to recover, repair, and grow stronger. Balance exercises do not need to be daily. 2 or 3 times a week is ample for your body to adapt, improve its neuromuscular coordination, and become more inherently stable. On the other hand, calf strengthening should be done every day, since its primary function is to continuously keep your circulation active, effectively working as your second heart. If you organize your routine in this intelligent way, you already possess a powerful, effective structure for longevity. But I want to go one step further. I want to introduce a 4th essential exercise that perfectly complements this powerful trio, the hip raise, also widely known as the glute bridge. This exercise is absolutely essential because it specifically strengthens the vital gluteal muscles, the buttocks, and the crucial lower back musculature. These are areas that are often neglected in typical routines, but are absolutely paramount for maintaining an upright posture, protecting your delicate spine, and enabling powerful, confident movement. After the age of 60, it is sadly common to observe people walking hunched over, experiencing chronic lower back pain, and even having trouble getting out of bed independently. Much of this widespread problem occurs because the gluteal muscles lose significant strength and activation. The hip raise is a simple, incredibly safe, and extremely effective movement designed to directly reverse this common problem. How to practice hip raises safely and effectively. To perform it, lie comfortably on the floor or on a firm, stable surface. Bend your knees, keeping your feet flat on the ground and about hip-width apart. Ensure your heels are relatively close to your glutes. From this position, engage your core and glutes, and slowly lift your hips off the floor until your body forms a straight, strong line from your shoulders to your knees. Hold this elevated position at the top for a few seconds, consciously squeezing your glutes tightly. Then slowly and with control, lower your hips back down to the starting position. Repeat this movement 10 to 15 times. This movement effectively activates the entire posterior chain of your body, strengthening not just your glutes, but also your lower back stabilizing muscles and even your deep core muscles. Over time, you can intelligently increase the difficulty by holding the top position longer or by progressing to lifting only one leg at a time, single leg glute bridge. Why this exercise is so crucial for longevity? Why is this exercise so incredibly important? Because strong legs mean little if you do not have a stable, powerful hip complex to support them. The hips are like the foundational base of a strong bridge. If they are weak or unstable, the entire body loses its structural integrity and stability. By consistently strengthening this critical area, you will dramatically improve your posture, significantly reduce instances of lower back pain, and gain far more power and efficiency for walking, standing, and climbing stairs. It is like adding an extra shield of robust protection to your entire body. Research consistently shows that older adults who maintain strong gluteal muscles experience less lower back pain, fewer falls, and even exhibit better performance in simple functional tasks, like sitting and standing up independently. In other words, hip raises are the perfect, indispensable complement to your functional squats, balance work, and calf exercises. Together, these four movements form a complete, well-rounded longevity program that can truly transform your body, your confidence, and your entire life. Sample weekly routine, example for integration. Now, I want you to mentally picture this transformative routine seamlessly applied in your daily life. Monday, functional squats and calf raises. Tuesday, balance exercises, calf raises, and hip raises. Wednesday, active recovery, rest from squats, but continue calf raises daily. Thursday, functional squats and hip raises. Friday, balance exercises and calf raises. Saturday, functional squats. Sunday, active recovery, calf raises and hip raises. See how simple and adaptable it is? In just a few dedicated minutes a day, you can effectively work and strengthen your entire critical body. And do not make the mistake of thinking these exercises only benefit your physical body. They also profoundly impact your mind and emotions. Each time you balance for a few more seconds, successfully perform more squats, or stand on your toes with greater control, your self-confidence noticeably grows. This newfound confidence inevitably reflects in how you move, how you speak, and even how you bravely face life's challenges. It is like every successful workout becomes a personal victory, a powerful reminder that you still can, that your body still responds, and that your age is not a debilitating sentence. It is simply a number. Remember, there is absolutely no need to rush or push yourself to exhaustion. The true secret is not in training intensely, but in training consistently. Think of these exercises as foundational bricks you diligently lay each day in building your fortress of health. One brick a day might not seem like much on its own, but over weeks and months you will construct a strong, solid, and incredibly lasting wall of physical resilience. That is precisely how genuine longevity and enduring independence are built, with simple, intentional habits repeated with unwavering discipline. And if you still feel a tiny bit unsure or hesitant about starting, here is one last invaluable tip. Track your journey. Get a simple notebook or use a phone app. Write down how many repetitions you completed today, how many seconds you balanced, and how you genuinely felt after the workout. Next week, compare your results. That kind of clear, undeniable progress tracking is one of the greatest motivators imaginable because it provides you with tangible, irrefutable evidence that you are consistently improving and growing stronger. Now that you know these 4 essential exercises, functional squats, dynamic balance training, powerful calf raises, and supportive hip raises, you have in your hands a complete synergistic strengthening and longevity routine. Exercise number 5, side leg raises, hip abduction. your gait stabilizer. We have reached the point where you already have 4 profoundly powerful exercises that collectively strengthen your legs, hips, enhance your balance, and boost your circulation. But I want to take it one essential step further and include a 5th exercise that I consider absolutely vital for overall stability and fall prevention: side leg raises, also known as hip abduction. This movement specifically strengthens the critical hip abductor muscles, particularly the gluteus medius, which is strategically located on the side of your hip. This muscle is directly responsible for maintaining pelvic stability and preventing your body from swaying side to side when we walk. Many falls in older adults do not happen from a forward stumble, but from a sudden loss of lateral, sideways balance, often because these crucial hip muscles cannot adequately support the body during a single-leg stance phase of walking. That is precisely why consistently training this area is so incredibly important for maintaining a stable, confident gait. How to practice side leg raises safely and effectively. To perform this exercise, stand tall and hold onto a sturdy chair, a wall, or a kitchen counter for solid support and balance. Keep one leg firmly planted on the ground. Slowly and with control, lift the other leg directly out to the side, ensuring you do not rotate your torso or lean significantly. The movement should come primarily from your hip. Lift the leg only as high as you can without pain or excessive leaning. Hold for a few seconds at the top, feeling the contraction in your outer hip. Then slowly and controlled, return the lifted leg to the starting position. Repeat 10 to 15 times on each leg. At first, it might be challenging to lift your leg very high, but please do not worry about the exact range of motion. What matters most is consistency and controlled movement. Over time, you will inevitably notice that you can lift your leg higher and with much more control and stability. That extra strength in your outer hip powerfully protects your lower back, dramatically improves your overall balance, and makes your walk fundamentally safer and more confident. The Complete Longevity Program. Now, if we look at the whole comprehensive picture, functional squats, dynamic balance exercises, powerful calf raises, supportive hip lifts, and vital side leg raises, we have an incredibly complete synergistic longevity program. These 5 exercises collectively work virtually all the critical areas that aging tends to affect most significantly: strength, posture, circulation, and coordination. It is a real, robust shield against the limitations and vulnerabilities that tend to appear with the passage of time. But here is an essential, non-negotiable reminder. It is absolutely no use knowing all these incredibly beneficial exercises if you do not consistently do them. The fundamental difference between someone who ages with incredible vitality and someone who sadly loses their independence lies entirely in the power of consistent habit. Do not wait for some magical surge of motivation to appear. True motivation often comes after action. Start small, even with just a few repetitions of each exercise. The crucial key is building the unbreakable habit. The human body responds with astonishing quickness, and in just a few weeks, you will genuinely feel stronger, experience less pain, and have more sustained energy throughout your day. And please, do not make the mistake of thinking these exercises are only for your physical body. They are also a profound way to actively care for your mind and emotional well-being. Every repetition is a powerful, affirmative message that you can still improve, you can still achieve new victories, and you can still grow. That deep sense of personal progress is incredibly powerful. It actively combats discouragement, reduces anxiety, and even helps alleviate symptoms of depression, which often manifest when people feel they are slowing down or losing purpose in life. When you consistently realize you can improve through your own dedicated efforts, your self-esteem and sense of agency truly come alive again. I want you to vividly imagine how dramatically things could be a few months from now if you commit to starting today. Picture yourself walking with more stable, confident steps, climbing stairs with newfound ease and assurance, standing up from a chair effortlessly, and most of all, living without the debilitating fear of falling. That profound confidence is priceless. It brings back the freedom to leave the house whenever you wish, to go out with friends, to joyfully play with your grandchildren, to embark on travel adventures, all without relying heavily on others. It is the fundamental difference between merely surviving and truly living a rich, full, and independent life. And never forget this vital truth. Aging is an inevitable part of life, but how you age, with vitality or with increasing limitations, depends overwhelmingly on your daily choices. Choosing to incorporate these 5 foundational exercises means choosing more health, more energy, more independence, and a significantly higher quality of life. Think of it as a profound, empowering gift you give yourself every single day. Just a few minutes, but the benefits will last a lifetime. Now, I want to challenge you for the next 30 days. Practice these 5 exercises consistently. Track your progress no matter how small. Celebrate every single improvement, even the tiniest ones. At the end of that period, take a moment to compare how you were before and how remarkably you are after. Your body still possesses an incredible capacity to respond. Your mind can still grow stronger and sharper, and your life can still be vibrant and full of energy. All it takes is that one courageous first step. So, get up now. Choose one of these exercises and begin. The future of your health, your independence, and your joy depends on the choices you make today.